Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name is Surisa Zain. I really hope you enjoy my videos. In my videos are all gonna be about beauty, hair, my lifestyle, mommy style, anything that you can think of. I am very open-minded about everything, so I'm actually very excited that you stopped by, and I really hope you enjoy my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe and also turn on the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. But today I'm gonna finally share with you guys that I was born with a disability, and I'm going to tell you what disability and basic stuff about what I've been going through. So I really hope you enjoy this video. Please don't forget to subscribe again. So yeah, so let's go on. So we're gonna go ahead and get this started. So I'm actually super excited that finally I took the courage to be able to come here and share with you guys my disability. It's been a few months that I've been battling back and forth to see whether I should or should not, but that is one of the main reasons why I started my YouTube channel, because I wanted to share my experience. I wanted to reach out to people that are actually going through the same thing. Maybe you have a child, a teenager, an adult that is going through this, and maybe they want to speak to someone that is going through the same thing, and I'm actually super excited to be here for them. When I was a teenager, I believe when I was in middle school or teenager, I have always tried to look for someone that was going through the same thing that I was going through, because I felt like I needed to see their point of view, or how is it that they were dealing with the disability that we both have. And honestly, I was never ever able to find someone with the same disability that I do. So I felt hopeless during that time, and I honestly don't want that for anyone else. So if you know someone, you might have a child, or maybe yourself have this disability, I'm more than happy to share anything with you guys. So now I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys what I was born with, and I'm gonna show you a few things. And I just want to let you guys know that I might get emotional throughout this video, and because I'm not really used to share this information in public, but I think it's time for me to do this, and let's see where this goes. So yeah, so alright, so I do have a disability. I was born what is called Microtia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly or not, but I have Microtia. Microtia is a disability where while my mom was pregnant with me, my ears didn't fully develop. So some people might be born with one ear deformity or both ears. So for me, it is for both ears. My mom noticed that something was wrong, and she was able to see my ears. My ears were actually completely different. They did not look like normal regular ears. I remember seeing one of my pictures on this ear, my left ear. It used to be a bow, a small little bow. But I will be more than happy to share with you guys my photos when I was little on here, and also I'm gonna go ahead and show you how my ears look like right now. So alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you my ears. First, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my left ear. My left ear is the best ear, and it's gonna be crazy when you see my ear. My ear is something very uncommon, but it is my best ear. So let's go on. So this is my left ear. I hope you can see it. But yeah, this is my left ear, and on my left ear, as you can see, is completely closed on the top, but then it's actually also completely closed on the inside. So you're probably thinking, how can you still hear? Well, I don't know, but it is a miracle. I have no clue why I can still hear, but this ear is the best ear and it's completely closed inside and outside as what I was told. And this is how it looks like. And then for my right ear, I could hear, but it's very low. It's low. So if you come and tell me something on here, I'm gonna have trouble being able to hear what you're telling me. So I always turn around and so you can tell me on this ear. But this one is not, it's good, but not that good like this one. So this is how my ear looks like. This one is open on the outside, but it's actually closed on the inside as well. And you're probably thinking like, really? Both? Yes, both. I actually don't have any clue why or how I can still hear. I remember one time I asked my parents, like, Mom, how did you know what I could hear? Like, did you try to scare me? Like, or did you try to, what did you do so that you found out that I was able to hear? And I remember my mom told me that when I was born, and my dad saw me when I was born, they're like, oh my God. Like, they felt like everything came on top of them. They felt like hopeless, you know? And so my mom used to take me to the doctor's appointment, and she was always told, like, your daughter is never gonna hear, and she's never gonna talk. And my mom hated that. My mom hated to hear that. And then one time my mom said that I was laying down, I was sleeping. She closed the door because she was gonna cook or something. And then she went back to check on me, and when she opened the door, I got scared at the same time. That's when my mom found out that I was able to hear. And so my mom told my dad, and like, well, let's take it back to the doctors, you know? When she took me back to the doctor, she told the doctor, hey, you know, my daughter can hear. And she would explain to him what happened. And the doctor kept telling her, little ma'am, I know because you are her mother, you want her to hear, but she's not gonna be able to hear. You have to understand that. You have to accept the fact that your daughter is not gonna be able to hear and talk. And my mom hated that. And so I remember my mom telling me that she would go home and tell my dad, like, I don't want to take her to the doctors anymore because every time I go, they always tell me that she's not going to be able to hear or talk. She was always told that. And that would make her feel hopeless, but she knew from the bottom of her heart, she knew that I could still hear. And so my dad told her, like, well, we can't stop taking her to the doctor. We want to make sure that she's doing well and everything. And they were not really sure what other problems I had. Maybe they were not sure if it was just my ears or what else I had problem with. And so, I'm sorry. And so, yeah. And then my mom also told me that one time we were walking outside. I mean, she was holding me. She was outside walking by the sidewalk, and this car came by and he honked at another car, and I got scared. And that's when my mom said, yeah, she could hear, you know. She kept telling my dad, like, Mom, she could hear, like, I know she can. And that's when they decided to bring me over to Arizona. This is where I've been living almost all my life, in Arizona. And when we came here, they found out that yes, I could hear. And so I started going to doctor's appointment and everything. And that's when they found out that my ears were good, but they were low. So I needed to start using a hearing aid. And so on my next video, I am gonna be showing you guys that the hearing aid that I was wearing. I still have it. My mom has it. I need to go ask her for it. but it was a hearing aid. It was like a headband because my ears were not normal. I could not use, and even until now, I cannot use regular hearing aids. So it was a headband, and the headband was the most annoying headband I have ever worn. And it was too tight, and you know, as I was growing, it was the same size, and I just didn't like wearing my headbands. And I have to be honest with you guys, when I went to school, I would not wear it. I just didn't want to wear it. And my friends already knew that I had to wear it, but they didn't care, you know. And so that headband was not very comfortable for me because I felt like it was too tight, and even if they would adjust it, it was still not comfortable for me. My mom used to put some decorations so it looked like I was wearing like a regular headband with flowers and stuff like that, but I never really liked it. And so when I would go to school, I was supposed to wear it, and I would not wear it, and because I felt like I didn't need it to wear it. But then when I was 7 years old, I had my first surgery. And on my first surgery, what they were gonna do, they were gonna try to make my ears look a little bit more normal, so that way if I ever need to wear eyeglasses, sunglasses, I was able to hang on them. I was able to use the top portion to be able to put them. And so back then I wasn't being able to wear my eyeglasses or sunglasses, which I didn't need to. But as you grow up, you never know, you know. And then also because I am a female, if I ever want to wear, you know, earrings and stuff like that, they were also able to do this for me. So this one looks like more rounded than the other one because of this right here. But yeah, so that's one of the people, and that's the other thing that people actually people can tell because I'm a female. I have long hair and everything, and when I was at school, I would never wear a ponytail. I would never do different hairstyles. I would actually always curl my hair, have my hair down. I had a few friends that would tell me, it's so hot outside, why don't you just do a ponytail? I'll do you a ponytail. Like, no, I just want to leave it like that. No, come on, it's hot outside. How can you do this to yourself? Like, just leave me alone and leave my hair down, you know? And people were getting so annoying, but because for me it was annoying, but they didn't understand, they didn't know. So it was hard. It was hard during the time that I was growing up. I went through 3 surgeries to be able to, you know, do my ears, go look a little bit more normal. When I went into half year of 5th grade, I went into special ed class, and I was always on honor roll, principal list. I was always doing my best at school, and I was a very fast learner. People think that I have an accent, but I don't. I have an accent because of my ears, and it did actually messed up my back portion of my mouth. I don't know how to call it. This is how I was born, and this is one of the main reasons why I never wear a ponytail. I have never been comfortable wearing a ponytail. Maybe sometimes even when my parents, or sometimes if I go to my husband's family, but it's very rare that I do. But I'm trying to get used to it, but it's hard. It is hard, I understand. Sometimes there's days that I don't care. If I have to go to Walmart, or I have to go to the store, and I'm in a hurry and I'm not in a good mood or something, I'll just have my hair up, and I just don't care what people will look at me. And there is people that will make it so obvious. They'll just like, I hate that. Right? I hate that when people actually make it so obvious, and people don't get that. People don't get it because they don't have to struggle, and we do. So, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is something that I deal with every day basis. That is something that I deal with. I did have a fourth surgery, and that is with I had a Baja implant, cochlear implant on the back of my ear on this side, and so that way I can plug in my hearing aid. And I have now wore a hearing aid for the last 5 years. I got the implant before I turned 15 years old, before I went into high school, and I stopped using them about 5 years ago. My hearing aid stopped working, and the hearing aid that I had, Cochlear does not have the tools to fix it. Now they came up with a newer advanced hearing aid that I'm actually so sad and emotional thinking that I don't have it anymore. They cost roughly about $6,000, and honestly I have not been able to purchase one. And I was given the option to go to a vocational rehab, but they don't have it available. It's very rare that someone would have it or donate it. They said that they were able to that they could fix it, but when I took it to one of the vocational rehabs, they were not able to fix it. So they keep referring me to someone else's, and they all told me the same thing. So when it shut off on me, I actually felt hopeless. I felt like my life depended on that hearing aid. And I remember that it was hard to get used to it without it. But finally now, I don't feel like I need it. Most of the time, there is times that I do need it. Like for example, when we have a meeting at work, I feel like when we have a meeting, I get super nervous and my hearing goes low. When I speak to someone who doesn't really talk loud enough, like hola, ¿cómo estás? Like I can't hear what they're saying. I have to tell them, sir, ma'am, you have to speak up because I can't barely hear you, you know. And I hate to say this. The other thing that I feel like I need them is when I go out. It depends on the situation. Now also, what I also noticed is that when there is weather changes, like from winter to spring to fall and all that stuff, my hearing goes low until I get used to the new weather season. And so I learned so much, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did not know the reasons why I was having those changes until I met my husband, until I married him, until I moved in with him. And he would tell me, hey, you notice that every time there's a weather change, your hearing goes low. And I'm like, really? And like, yeah, because that's when you ask me, oh, can you repeat that again? What did you say? And I constantly ask him, what? And then he also noticed that when I cannot hear, I have a feeling that something is happening. So you know how we have five senses? So when I cannot hear, it replaces to another sense. So like feeling. So I found out so much because my husband was the one that was telling me what he would notice about me. And I wish that I knew that when I was younger. And that's one of the main reasons why I needed to talk to someone, because I was very confused. Like, why is this happening? Why is this? And it was different. It was just like very emotional for me when I was younger, because when I was younger, I felt hopeless. I felt like I'm never gonna have a normal life, even though throughout every year, throughout my whole life, I have always been treated like a normal child. My parents raised me like a normal child. They would not feel like, oh, poor baby, oh no, don't do this to my baby, no, my baby, you gotta be careful with her. No, my parents would actually treat me like a normal child. They allow me to be myself. They allow me to have my normal life. And so this is the main reason why my life became easier and easier, because they would allow me to be independent. I was always very independent. So this is one of my advices, that if you have a child that was born like this, treat them normal. Treat them like any other child. And because it gets easier and easier for them. And so yeah, I was always very well taken care of and everything, but I still felt like an empty spot in my heart. Like, I felt hopeless. I barely told my dad a few days ago. He came over to my house, and I told him, like, Dad, when I was a teenager, I felt like I was never gonna get married. I felt like nobody was gonna wanna be with me. When I had my first boyfriend, I didn't tell him because I felt like he knew, because I had known him since I was little. But I don't know if he knew. But I didn't feel like I needed to tell him. My second boyfriend, things were actually getting into like serious in our relationship, and I had to tell him before it was getting too serious. And I remember that I told him, like, hey, I just want to let you know that I have this, and if you don't want to be with me, then that's fine, I understand. And he said, no, you're fine, and he was okay with it. And then after that, I met my husband, and I talked to other guys and stuff, and flirted with other guys and stuff like that, but there was never a real relationship with other guys until I met my husband. And when I met my husband, I honestly already knew that he was the guy for me. And but we were actually on and off, and we actually known for each other for 3 years before we got married. And so I remember that when we got together, like in a month, I told him like, hey, I have this, and if you don't want to be with me, then that's fine. But I feel like the moment that I had to tell them that I had this was like the hardest time. I felt like my stomach was hurting while I was telling them, like, oh, like I was scared to be refused. I was scared to be refused at a later time. And no, they were actually a good gentleman to say, you're fine, I'm not gonna leave you because of this problem, And when I met my husband, he was fine with it. I remember when I got pregnant with my oldest son, I had to ask the doctor, like, what are the chances that my kids would have this problem? I didn't really thought about my kids, And he told me, you have a 3% chance that your kids would have it. And he told me, like, I will not worry about it because your disability is not genetic, but there is a 3%. And I'm all like, okay. And I got emotional because 3% is something. 3% is something. But I have 3 kids at the moment. I have a boy, girl, and a boy. And they're fine. They're healthy. They're fine. My oldest son, he is in a special ed class because of his speech problem, but that's about it. He does not have a hearing loss. He's been getting hearing tests every other year, and he's fine. And he is doing better. He's doing better, and they're fine. The one thing that I am scared of is that when they get older and they have their own kids, I really hope that my my grandchildren or my great-great-children have it, but at the moment, all I can do is pray that they don't have to go through what my parents went through, or my grandchildren have to go through what I went through. So this is something that I pray every single day. That is something I pray every single day, hoping they don't have to go through that. But the fact that, I am happy. I am happy. I am happy. I have the best husband. He's always been supportive. He's always helped me. My kids, they look at my ears and they're like, oh, okay. They have not questioned about my ears. I know my daughter one time she asked me like, Mom, why are your ears like that? I don't know, I was born like that. Oh, okay. And I remember that my daughter, she always brushes my hair, she always does my hair. And she would just touch my ear and she would just go like this. Like she likes to touch my ears. And my daughter's like, she always tells me, your ears are so soft. I'm like, okay. But yeah, I'm thankful. I'm very thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my parents. I'm thankful for my sister because she's the one that's been by my side through the whole time. I only have one sister. I don't have any brothers or more sisters. It's just me and her. So it's not only that I went through this, we went through this together, my parents, my sister, and me. And we always had all the support and love from my uncles, my aunt, my cousins. I remember that every time I would wake up from a surgery, my family was there. And I was never alone. My parents were never alone. Little by little, they always had faith in God. They always had faith in me that I was going to get better, and I am. But at the moment, because I don't have a hearing aid, I do have daily struggles, and sometimes I wish I had a hearing aid. And I haven't been able to find any hope with the hearing aid, but that does not make me give up. I keep on going and going because I have other responsibilities, like I have to work, I have a family to provide, I have my kids who look up to me, I have a husband who waits for me at home. And so yeah, life goes on and I learned to move on. I learned to move on. So this is my life every single day. You know, every time I go to bed, I cannot go to bed until I know my kids are sleeping. The TV is on, I have to go turn it off. I cannot go into the bathroom. I cannot go take a shower until my husband is home. I will not leave them alone because there's only a certain length that I could hear them. And sometimes my kids, they do tell me something that I can't hear them. I told them, gotta talk louder and have to, you know, I can hear you. And yeah, they're getting used to it, but it's something that makes me happy and excited that everybody does their best for me to be able to hear them. So it's hard, and I actually can't wait that someday I will have my own hearing aid. It costs about $6,000, and how am I gonna get it? I don't know, but I need to start focusing on that because there is times that I need it. But if you have a daughter or a son, or if you have this, I just want to tell you that you are special. You can do this. You just have to push yourself, move on. Don't be afraid to say, I cannot hear you. Can you speak up louder? Don't be afraid to admit that you have it. When I got married and I had kids, that's when I realized, like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I not say, can you repeat that again? I needed to learn to ask people to repeat themselves. And there's people that do get frustrated. Yes, I understand. And there is people when you tell them, okay, and the second time, like you ask them what, and on the second time or the third time they talk to you way louder, like it, and we get offended. And I understand. And there's people that will talk to you louder with an attitude, and that's not nice. It's not really nice, but they get frustrated like we get frustrated too. So yeah, I mean, this is what we do every single day, and I just had to learn how to move on. I had to learn how to accept that I have that issue, not them. So I have to tell them like, hey, I'm sorry, I cannot hear you. Sometimes there is a point where I have to tell them, ma'am, I have a hearing loss, you need to stop, you need to speak up louder. And most people that you have to ask them to speak louder, you may not see them again, so it doesn't matter. You know, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna see you again, so might as well tell her that I have a hearing loss. But yeah, but the thing is that when you have that encourage to say it's hard. But honestly, don't put yourself back. Put yourself forward. Move on. Live your life as normal. You have hope. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to get married. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to move on with my life, and I did. So if I was able to move on, I know you can move on as well. So yeah, so I really hope that this been a little bit helpful for you guys. I hope that for those that know me, know where I come from and what I have, I really hope that nothing changes between us, like our friendship, and or treat me differently, because I admire each and one of you guys that are already supporting me, and for those who are yet to come and support me, it takes time, but finally I was able to do this. And yeah, I really hope that you're able to learn a little bit about this, a little bit about me. And yeah, this is one of the main reasons why you might see that my face is a little bit like but so yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you have learned something new about me, or something that you have not heard about on my condition. I am going to be posting other videos with what I've been using, or what I have done to make it for me to move on, my experiences, what was the good time, what was the bad times, everything. So that way you're able to help yourself if you have the disability, or if you have a child with the disability, or you have a nephew, a niece, family member, a friend, you can help them as well. It's okay. So I also will be teaching you, I will be showing you a few things that will be very helpful, so you're able to help others that have the same disability. For example, I'm gonna give you one example. Like for me, if you're talking to me and you're facing the other side, like you're not facing me, I might not be able to hear you. You have to talk to me directly and look at me when you're talking to me, so for me to be able to fully pay attention to what you're telling me or be able to hear you. But if you're facing that way and you're talking to me, most of the time I may not be able to hear you, because I might be hearing something else that you're not really saying. So my husband told me that I do read lips. I feel like I don't, but he says I do. So maybe that is the reason why people need to really look at me and talk to me. And so that's one thing. So but there's other things as well. So I do want to share that with you guys on my other videos. So but on my next videos, if you want me to answer any questions, please leave your comments below, your questions. Also go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'm always on Instagram as well. I will soon be posting photos or selfies showing my ears. I have not done that so far, but I will be soon. And so yeah, I really hope that you were able to learn something from me today. And I really hope that this helps you or your family member or any friend that you have that is going through the same thing. So please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Have a good day. Be safe and stay home. Bye.